Hi! In this video I'm going to show you how to put together this cute little mini album that is made up of little boxes inside for the pages. These little boxes can open up and you can embellish little cards and pages that you can put inside these little boxes, and then close them back up and you have several little boxes for all the different pages inside. Actually, there's 5 of them. All of those get put together with a little string tied binding. It's a really cute project, and I've actually made a box that you can slip 3 of these into. So let's get started and I'll show you how to put this together. In the file you'll notice that there's all the pieces that you need to assemble one of the box pages. Those are the pieces that you see right here. There are 3 pieces with rounded corners that embellish the 3 flaps. There's a square back piece and a little flat piece. You'll also notice in the file there's a long strip with several holes, 5 holes on each side there, and there's also some pieces that look like this. These are to reinforce those holes, so we'll be gluing that to the outside and this piece to the inside. Also, there are some pieces that I'm not going to be using on my prototype, but it will cover the outside and embellish that if you would like to. So watch for those in the file as well. I'm also including a box that looks like this shape, and then there's some pieces to embellish the sides of that box. And the box will hold 3 of these mini albums. So of course, if you only want to make one mini album, you don't need to make the box. But I've included it just in case, because I thought what a cute little set of boxes to create. Maybe one for each of your children, or I don't know, just a fun way to document an event or something like that. So let's put together this album cover first. You'll notice that there's this piece like this, and it's this black piece on the finished prototype here. So let's go ahead and adhere that to the main cover piece. And when I do this, I like to make sure, first of all, that my holes line up. And then I like to kind of close my book and glue the side flaps down so that you know that your book has the range of motion that it needs and it's not too tight. Then on the inside I'm going to go ahead and adhere this reinforcement piece here. I wanted those holes to be extra strong. If you feel like you don't need this piece, you wouldn't have to put it in, but I wanted it to be extra strong. Okay, so again, just line up those holes. It'll make it a lot easier to slip your strings through if your holes are perfectly lined. Okay, so that is basically the cover. Of course, you'll need a magnet or a piece of Velcro or something to close the album when you're finished. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. Now we're going to assemble one of the interior pages. I'm going to go ahead and glue down these 4 or 5 embellishment pieces. So to make up one album, you will need to cut 5 of these interior box pages that I'm working on right now. Okay, now you're just going to fold each of these perforated lines to form your box. And then I like to just fold the 2 flaps in and the bottom up, and that forms your little interior page. Of course, you'll make 5 of those, and then you will just take a piece of string. Grab my scissors here. You'll take a piece of string, and you're going to need to decide if you want your little strings to show on the outside of your album, but if you don't want them to show on the outside, you can tie them on the inside. So if you were to tie them on the inside, I'll show you how that looks. Just go ahead and thread it through the 2 outside holes. And then just make sure you get your album cover facing the right direction. So if this is the front of your album, you're going to want your cover to be facing this way too. So I'm going to go ahead and open that back up. and thread these up and through the holes right here. This string is a little bit, wants to separate a little bit. Okay, so now I have that pulled through, so you can go ahead and tie a knot. And that would put your string on the inside of the album, and you can do whatever you prefer for that. Thought it was kind of cute to have them on the outside, but if you'd like to have them on the inside, that'll be really nice looking as well. So, and their first page is installed in the album now, and you will just need to go ahead and do the same thing for the other 4 pages and tie those into the album, and then you will just secure it with a little magnet closure. And also I've included in the file several pages that you can embellish. I don't know if I have any more of the page covers cut out, but here's this one I have. You're just going to adhere a little cover to that so that you can dress it up a little bit. I've given you plenty of files to work with, pieces and parts to cover pages and outside of the box and all of that, and you can use as many or as few of those as you'd like. So then I would probably, open this up and embellish a little page or 2 that sit inside each of these boxes, or include little trinkets or things that you want to remember. So there's another little box coming together there. So I'm going to set both of those aside for a moment, and we'll finish up this main large box. And first of all, you're just going to put some adhesive on the 4 sides. I think I've already put some on that side. And then just glue those 4 sides together. Okay, now that that is put together, it should perfectly hold 3 of your little albums. 1, 2, and I haven't made a 3rd one yet, but it will fit right in here next to that, and you'll have a cute little set of mini albums that you can give as a gift, or make for an occasion, or for your children, or just whatever you come up with. But what a fun little way to make a set of mini albums for your family.